Okay, now it's time to go back to that well of shot-on shitio nonsense and... Oh, yeah, I shaved my head again. Do I need a reason? Well, okay, I grew it out for Musical March in September. Or, I watched a movie so bad I pulled it out in one quick tug. Or... I shaved it for my own shot on Shitio movie. Or, I went crazy because someone said the word artsy around me. Oh, I got it. I filmed this episode a year ago. Wired? What's that? Well, whatever the reason, it's gonna be mighty cold this winter. I'm not so sure about today's movie, the bloody video horror that made me puke on my Aunt Gertrude, and it isn't because of the title that seems to be full of spoilers, but it's because of the reviews on IMDb. Such as this guy, who says that he was highly disappointed. Boy, I can imagine, because the term high hopes and the title, the bloody video horror that made me puke on my Aunt Gertrude, sure do go hand in hand together. And with pristine shitio quality like this, who could go wrong? Well, surprisingly, you can go very wrong. There isn't a whole lot of bloody, or horror, or puke in this movie, but there sure is a lot of video, and just listen to this sound quality.
So, I don't feel like doing this, man. I just want to read, alright? Why don't you take care of this guy now, I'll take care of the next guy.
You know, I fucked your mother several times, but that's no excuse for me to be lenient on you.
Hey, what was that?
Some movies have stereo surround sound. This movie's sound runs on a little something we like to call static. It's not often you see a movie that comes with its own built-in tracking problem. And if the sound quality isn't gonna scare anyone away, the movie's logo certainly will. That reminds me, I would rather stick a giant film reel into the back of my head than watch this movie. You're not fooling me. This movie has nothing to do with either film or brains. Though I am impressed that they managed to score a typewriter. If Wendy Torrance found these sheets of paper on Jack's desk, she wouldn't have been as scared of him, she would have just called him a moron. And wait, what the fuck? Steven Spielberg. Oh boy, did that fool me there for a second. I was about to change my entire opinion of this movie because I saw Spielberg's name attached to it. And it's always the things that no one wants to copy that gets copywritten. Hey look, it's their editing machine. Even the TV is rejecting this. Turns out some movies do improve at the sight of TV static. Perhaps I'm being too hard on this movie because it's only a few seconds in, but it's not shot on film, so it sucks. Not to mention, the plot line of the film involves video stores and snuff films. I feel like I've seen this plot line twice before.
With the rest being padded out with long-ass scenes like driving to work, driving back from work, driving to someone's house.
Who the fuck was that? Just some guy on YouTube like 7 years ago. And didn't that movie have a sequel?
Don't forget, Wilbur is completely machine washable.
Hilarious. The video store snuff film genre apparently had enough legs to stretch through 3 movies now. At least this shot-on shitio movie about snuff films left the video stores out of it. Not that that makes a difference. It's still shitio, so I don't like it at all, good sir. Here is our snuff filmmaker who calls himself a son. Pretty foreign name for a guy whose real name is probably Bill. Don't worry, honey. Take your top off. No one will see this thing. Except for in 2014 when a guy on the internet will talk about it. The fisheye lens proves one thing about this movie's budget. It proves that they already owned a fisheye lens. Oh, are they really gonna kill this girl? We couldn't afford special effects, so we hope this shot of titties and bush will distract you. Meanwhile, at the video store, our hero, Ramon, is busy reading royalty-free magazine until something starts leaking on it. What the fuck, boss? You have a hose leaking through your hair and it's dripping water. Thanks, movie. I should be watching a Bruce Lee film right now. Hell, at this point, I'll even take Bruce Lee. I guess this is the perks of working in a video store, if your store looks like someone's front patio. But there's busy work to be done.
So this month we're gonna have Elvis month, right? We're gonna rent all Elvis movies. So what I want you to do, I want you to take down all these posters over here, right? And I want you to put up the Elvis posters I got back in the back room there.
Oh, here, you can hang up this poster for The Identical, which I own for some fucking reason. I don't see any tapes, but they sure have a lot of posters. Look, it's Mannequin. Ugh, I hate watching videos of people talking in front of movie posters. I feel like I'm watching a video of two guys introducing the movie, not the actual movie. Wait a minute. Is that a Golden Girl poster? It is! It is a Golden Girl poster! Well, now how can I get mad at this movie? At least someone else out there recognizes the US's contribution to the 1980 Moscow Olympics, and that contribution was the fantastic film Golden Girl. And what's with people wanting to fuck Ramon's mother?
You know, if I didn't fuck your mother, I wouldn't be sticking around here right now.
At least his mother is having sex and not getting puked on like Aunt Gertrude. If Clerks is a 7-Eleven, this movie is a Stop and Shop. This is the first movie shot in glory hole vision. That'd be the cleanest place you could stick your dick in this bathroom. And it's a good thing a son is wearing a disguise to make this phone call. Must be talking to his snuff film dealers.
Oh, yeah, I hope to sell the videotape to a place in South Africa. Yes. Apparently, snuff films are very popular in South America.
Well, which is it? Is it South Africa or South America? You know those are two different places, right? And I have it on good authority that snuff is very popular in South America. And thanks for reminding me that he's using a phone. You also gonna tell me what a snuff film is while you're at it?
A snuff film is a porno movie where you kill the actress. Yes. Kind of like Faces with Death, only without no clothes.
It's Faces of Death, and sure, Faces of Death is exactly like a snuff film, if in snuff films they gave you Alka-Seltzers instead of killing you. And clearly, when you want to make your own snuff films, not only should you rent the equipment, but return it at the appropriate time.
$20.
$20?
$20.
I only have 12.
Alright, give me the $12 and I'll just keep it.
You will keep it.
Yeah, he'll keep it. That $12 is half the movie's budget, and $6 of those dollars is going towards lunch at Little Caesars. Boy, this video store looks like an exciting place. Even at 70 minutes, this movie would feel padded, and they actually stretch it out to 90 minutes! Oh look, something does happen. They learn to turn the camera upside down. The manager, Joe, however, is in some hot water with some unintimidating people that he owes $100,000 to.
Look, we just got in some new films today, and I think they'll be real hits.
He's right. Crocodile Dundee 2 will get him that $100K that he needs. Let's hope this scene doesn't overstay its welcome.
You don't have the money. You said you have it by today. You don't have the money by today. What am I supposed to do?
Well,
and this video business is a very dangerous business. You get hurt real easy here, and I think you should know the consequences.
Just 2 weeks. 2 weeks. But you know, the holiday is gonna come around, you know, and we're gonna get some good business. I mean, you know,
$100,000.
I don't have all the money.
Whose fault is this, though? That's what I'm asking.
Get your 10%.
What's 10% mean to me? 10% of that money is $10,000.
Holy shit, I will give you $100,000 if you just move on to the next scene. The big predicament in the film comes when Hassan forgot to take the snuff film tape out of the camera when he returned it to the store. Never mind calling this film the bloody video horror that made me puke on my Aunt Gertrude, it should just be called The Fucking Idiot. And the soundtrack tells me that this is intense. Ugh, hey, you mind telling your neighbors to turn that music down? It's making this scene look really stupid. There's the fisheye lens again. Guess he forgot to return that to the video store, as well as these amazing sound effects. You're not fooling anybody. I can clearly hear you rewinding another tape next to the camera. And Joe and Ramon seem like the best of friends.
Oh, come on. You know, porn movies aren't very fun to see alone.
Boy, does he have a point there. That's why when I watch pornos, I like to film myself yelling about them. It makes it seem like I don't secretly enjoy them. They go back to Joe's house to watch some porn, and this acting is so sad that he's turning blue right on the fucking screen. And yes, thank you, movie, for showing me how to hook up a VCR, even though if I'm watching this movie, then clearly I know how to work a VCR. I'd rather watch people hook up a VCR than listen to them bicker about beer.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Do you want to go down to the corner and get a moose, or should I just give you a...
Not particularly, no, I don't want it.
Okay, so you want the Miller then?
I'll take the Miller then.
You sure you want the Miller?
Well, do you have anything else besides Moose or Miller?
Well, let me check around here.
Christ! Just drink whatever the hell you have under the sink. It'll be more entertaining. Ramon decides to take off, leaving Joe all by himself with porn. Ooh, amazing turning on the light music. And did they just insert a cut in order to turn on the light? He finds the snuff film, and this is the look of a man with slicked back hair and big stupid glasses who is dying to review this movie. That is, until someone shows up at the house. Oh hey, your doorbell is ringing. Also, it sounds like it's in the dryer for some reason. Shit, this is gonna get awkward.
Hey, son, what are you doing here? The shop's all closed up, so what do you want?
Boy, am I glad we got that extended sequence of him talking about his gambling problems if they were just gonna kill him off in the first act. Things have gotten serious, but not so serious that the cops couldn't break out the good police tape. Maybe the detective has some answers.
Your boss, Mr. Joe Cartwright, was murdered earlier, and we're under investigation right now. I'm gonna have to...
Wait, you're under investigation? Did the cops do it? Then maybe you shouldn't be in charge of this case. At least part of the screen has lighting, so long as you sit right in the middle of it. This is way before the invention of gun holsters, when cops just had to stick their guns in the middle of their jacket. Ramon better have a good story.
He walked in and he says, can I speak to Jim? And,
Yeah.
Joe, rather.
Oh fuck, I got the character's name wrong. Just move along, no time to shoot it twice. Naturally, Ramon is a suspect.
Look, alright, I want to be a detective someday, okay? And I just know, just gathering the facts, I know definitely that William is the guy that killed him.
Basically what he's saying is, reading nondescript detective magazines makes him a better cop than the ones who use computer paper as their police tape. Hassan tries getting some info out of Ramon, and then advises him to hide from the cops, because sure, you always want to trust the guy in sunglasses and a fake beard. And don't forget to take the camera suitcase with you. No, seriously, they don't have an actual suitcase, so they just use a camera case. Not that I'm one to talk, I have one of those camera cases too. And you want to guess what's inside of it? I'll give you a hint. It's not clothes, it's a fucking camera! What the fuck? Do I even want to know? Nope, turns out I don't want to know. Not that I want to see him talk endlessly with the mob guy either. This is the worst version of Les Miserables.
So video stores are dangerous business. I wouldn't get involved in one myself because you could get hurt very easily there.
Video stores are dangerous. You could go in to rent yourself a copy of The Artist, but instead rent the bloody video horror that made me puke on my Aunt Gertrude. Since Ramon thinks that Don Pauly over here killed Joe, naturally he has to go on the defense. Well, this movie already cheated us on the bloody, so I sure hope someone pukes on their Aunt Gertrude. Ah, dragging him down the middle of the street in broad daylight. That's the best way not to get caught. I changed my mind. This movie should be called Two Fucking Idiots. And if this movie is anything like video violence, I bet I know what's coming next. Just as I suspected. A lot of fucking driving. And whatever the hell is going on behind the camera. It's not that I have anything against directors masturbating to their own movies, but you could at least wait until you're done shooting it. Why the hell does he have his face covered? Either that's a different actor, or he didn't want blood to get in his eyes. Yeah, go ahead and chop him up in the back of your car. I'm sure that won't leave a fucking mess. Or maybe not. Not only is the bagging impressive, but he managed to clean up all of the blood splatter from that truck. It's a good thing he's not doing this by a house with a lot of windows. What the fuck is with this clown? And in the 80s, did auto color correction only work for the middle of the screen? Turns out the clown is actually an undercover cop. It's nice that he chose a costume that wouldn't stick out. But not only that, the mob enforcer was also an undercover cop, who must like shaking down video store owners on his downtime. While this may look incredibly exciting, I guarantee you it's not nearly as exciting as the next few moments. And here they are, summed up for you. When you can't add the excitement of people driving, just film them walking. Boy, is this gonna get him in trouble with the cops.
But look, damn it, we told you not to leave town, and we meant it.
Which calls for very serious acting.
Dude, you know, whatever you want me to say, I'll say it, alright? I don't...
Can you say the words, "the end"? I feel like I'm watching this scene through the world's worst peep show. And what the fuck, they have a boom mic? You might want to adjust it, it's making the actors sound like they're burping static.
You gonna go to buy the sperm bank later? No, I'm spent for the day. Did that yesterday. How about the blood bank, man? I got a lot of blood. I got like 2 pints left or something.
I'm glad they bought that boom mic. I wouldn't want to miss a single word of this dialogue. And don't go rooting through someone's trash if you don't want to find body parts. Shit, he found a foot and a soap opera organ stinger. Well, there's some puke, but unless the ground is named Aunt Gertrude, I'm calling bullshit. This is a job for the only cop in the city.
Well, I don't think the mob cuts them into little pieces like that and spreads them around.
Ever hear of Chef Boyardee?
And take that stupid makeup off.
Well, what about...
Go ahead.
No, you go first.
I was gonna say,
I know we stepped over each other's lines, but let's just try to get through this with our dignity and no more vomit.
Sorry about that.
Ooh, I sure hope he doesn't get any of that on the boom mic. I wouldn't want the sound to suck. This story is so huge that it made the front page of the... oh, what the fuck? When the paper doesn't say what you want it to say, just tape another piece of paper on it. Uh-oh, I should stop calling this the fisheye lens and start calling it the serious lens.
Oh, man, thank God it's you.
Whoa, apparently I'm blind when the script calls for me to act like an idiot. So Ramon goes to stay at Hassan's place. This should be riveting. Sorry, I had to re-throw that to you in the next cut. I sure hope it'll look seamless in post. Holy crap, it's the $12. Do I spend it on a better boom mic, or just keep it? At least someone finally hung up those Elvis posters. I would say that Hassan is beginning to act suspicious, but that would imply that he wasn't acting suspicious before.
What are you saying, you killed my boss, asshole?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying I killed your fucking boss, asshole.
Fuck you, asshole.
Fuck you, asshole.
Fuck you, asshole.
The guy in the Unabomber costume is the killer? Oh, I'm fucking shocked! Now is the chance for the soundtrack to really kick it into high gear. Chase music, carousel music, practically the same thing, or they just wanted subpar music to go along with their subpar choreography. Why is it that the punches are louder than the gunshots? Not that either one of them are a match for the fucking static, but it was nice of Hassan to let Ramon stab him in the stomach. Ramon returns the favor by letting Hassan stab him. Is that how you want to yell? Are you sure you wouldn't rather yell like this? See, that's what you want. Keep the stupidity on a consistent level, please. And I have the feeling these two aren't really fighting. I bet he's glad he didn't spit that all over the serious lens. Then they definitely couldn't return it to the video store. Uh-oh, but what about that business with Ramon killing the undercover cop and the police that are chasing him? How are they gonna wrap up that storyline?
Hello, Detective Sullivan. Yes, this is Hassan Aziz. I just called you to let you know that I killed Detective Gagiano, and I killed that nude model that you found in the dumpster. That's what I killed her too, and I killed Ramon's Raffleson's boss.
Well, that should take care of it. Actually, yeah, that does take care of it, because the next shot is the end of the fucking movie. I'm not even gonna call this movie Three Fucking Idiots, because everyone in this movie is a fucking idiot, and that's a more honest title than the bloody video horror that made me puke on my Aunt Gertrude. What a cheap piece of title baiting. The 80s equivalent of clickbaiting. There was no Aunt Gertrude anywhere in the film, let alone getting puked on, and you know what's bloodier than this movie? The trailers that make up the last 10 minutes. Oh yeah, you can't hear anything in those either, so who gives a shit? This must be part of that 42nd Street Forever collection, the one that's called Audio Explosion. And Joe Franklin? Something tells me Ghoul School is no Broadway Danny Rose, thank you very much. I don't understand why this movie needed a title bait. Its box cover was already a picture of a crotch. And it's from director John Backus, who brought us such unique titles as The Erotic Time Machine, Erotic Survivor, and The Erotic Witch Project. What, no Who Wants to Be an Erotic Millionaire? Oh, sorry, I was so close. It's billionaire. Well, he's already lied to me through Title once, so I'm guessing those other movies are as erotic as puking on an Aunt Gertrude. Can I go back to musicals now? No? Oh. Well, shit.
Say, do you want to buy some Have a Happy Day stickers?